Are you an Aetna member or a medical or dental healthcare professional?
Member.
How can I help?
Prescription.
Connecting you now. Thank you for calling Aetna Integrated Pharmacy Solutions. For quality purposes, this call may be monitored or recorded. How can I help you today?
Operator.
Before I connect you, for security, what's the member's year of birth?
1992.
Perfect. One moment. Let me transfer you to someone who can help. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Aetna. My name is Janice, and I'm delighted to assist you with your benefits today. Before we get started, there may be a short survey at the end of this call, and to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I'm sorry? Did you ask for my
Good
name?
afternoon. Thank you for calling. Yes, please.
Selena Martinez.
Okay, and Selena, what is your member ID, please?
W2915 14883.
Thank you. And while that's loading, what is a good callback number if we get disconnected?
432-557-9067.
And are you calling for yourself or someone else?
Myself.
Okay. And what is your date of birth, please?
71292.
Great. And how can I help today?
I called just a minute ago actually, and I got hung up on, I think, or the call got disconnected somehow. I'm calling because one of my prescriptions is not being covered the way it was previously.
Okay. What's the prescription?
Spironolactone.
Okay. Let me take a look. And what is your zip code?
79407.
One moment. I'm showing no copay was due for the spironolactone.
Well, when I went to the pharmacy, they told me it was going to be, I think, like $24 or $26, and that I had to call my prescriber, and my prescriber told me to call y'all.
That's weird because I'm looking at the paid claim from January 1st I'm sorry, April 2nd. I can speak today. From April 2nd, and it's showing paid with no member responsibility.
Is there a second prescription that's there for the same medicine?
Not for the same medicine, no. Um, As a matter of fact, you didn't have any other prescriptions filled since March 7th, it looks like. I mean, I'm happy to call them because I'm not sure why they'd be telling you $25 when I'm showing there's no member responsibility at all.
Yeah, if you could call them. I mean, I just don't want to go back up there and have them tell me again that it's gonna cost me when it shouldn't.
Right, no, absolutely. And this is the Walgreens on 82nd.
Yes.
Okay, may I put you on a brief 3 to 5 minute hold while I give them a call?
Sure.
Thank you. One moment. Hi, Selena. Thank you for holding. I'm still working with the pharmacy. Is it
Okay,
okay if I put you on another brief 3 to 5 minute hold?
sure.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for holding. So I spoke with Amanda in the pharmacy.
Mhm.
Okay, and she did confirm that there is no copay. She's not sure where the discrepancy fell, but she did confirm you can go up there and pick it up for $0.
Okay, and it should stay $0 at that pharmacy for the duration that I need the prescription, right?
As long as it's not listed as a maintenance medication. Let me see. Because if it's listed as a maintenance medication, you may have to start getting it through a tier one pharmacy for 90-day supplies after 2 fills.
And why would I have to do
So,
that?
because that's how your plan is written for maintenance medications.
Isn't that against Texas state law to not fill my prescription, to not like cover me fully?
So this is a fully funded plan, and what that means is that it is, or I'm sorry, a self-funded plan, which basically means that the employer is paying everything. We just administer it, and that means they don't necessarily have to go by state laws. They just go by federal.
Let's see. But I have that
But I can,
the Attorney General of Texas, his opinion rendered that HB 1763 applies to self-funded and ERISA plans.
okay. Let me take a look because, like I said, this plan doesn't go by state laws. But what was the House bill?
1763.
One moment. Mm, Give me just a moment. Okay, so this applies to fully insured, which means the fully insured plans, not the self-insured.
Let me see. So what's the difference between a fully insured plan and a self-insured plan? Like I have the self-insured plan.
So a self-insured plan is basically where the plan sponsor, okay, in other words, your employer, pays everything. They're the ones who actually pay the claims and everything. We just administer the plan.
Right.
Okay, so the money to pay the claims isn't coming from Aetna, it's coming from your employer.
Right.
Okay, and so those plans don't have to go by state laws, but they do have to go by federal laws. But this is a state law. Now, I'm not saying that your medication won't be covered. I'm just saying that after 2 fills, if it's listed as a preventive or maintenance medication, you may have to go to a tier 1 pharmacy and get it in a 90-day supply. Okay, and then it will continue to be covered. Now, your tier 1 pharmacies are going to be Kroger, Fred Meyer, QFC, CVS, Costco, Credina, if you've got one near you, and also CVS mail order pharmacy, Costco mail order pharmacy, and PPS.
Well, they had tried to send that
And
particular prescription to, I think, the PPS pharmacy, some kind of mail order pharmacy, and they never filled it because they don't fill that prescription in the mail order pharmacy. But because you guys are servicing
okay,
people in Texas, you still have to abide by Texas law, don't you?
no, ma'am.
You
Again,
don't
this
have to
is a
abide by Texas law.
self-insured plan. No, ma'am. Again, this is a self-insured plan. It has to abide by federal, not state.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm checking to see if this medication is even on that list, and it is. It is on the maintenance and preventive list. Okay, so after 2 fills, you would need to start getting it through either CVS, Costco, Kroger, QFC, Fred Meyer, but you'd be able to get it in a 90-day supply rather than a 30-day supply. And let's see. I'm just trying to let you know ahead of time so that you don't have issues in the future.
Okay.
And you actually have a Costco not even half a mile from you. Okay, and you
Yeah,
don't have to
I
have
don't have
a
a
Costco
membership.
membership to utilize. You don't have to have a membership to use their pharmacy.
Okay.
Okay. You also
Um,
have a CVS not even a mile from you.
I've always used Walgreens. I've been using Walgreens for like 15 years for my prescriptions.
I understand. And sometimes when you switch insurance plans, they have preferred pharmacies. In this case, these are the preferred pharmacies.
Okay. Is that going to apply to any of the other prescriptions that I have?
Let's see, what other prescriptions are we looking at?
I have a prescription for Contrave and a prescription for metformin.
So metformin, let me take a look. Give me just a moment. And you can also find this maintenance and preventive list on your caregiver service portal. If you go to benefits and medical, and then medical plan options, it's the maintenance and preventive drug list. And then, so the metformin, yes. And then Contrave. Let's see. Contrave is not on the list, so you can continue to get your Contrave at any in-network pharmacy.
Okay. And
At 30-day supplies.
what about minoxidil?
Minoxidil.
Mm-hmm.
See.